What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by Manscaped, and this month they have released a new set of boxers. They got 3 different styles. More importantly, they're tagless, anti-chafing, cooling, moisture wicking, and most importantly, they have a special jewel pouch for your nuts. So after all the trimming, deodorizing, making them look good, smell good, put these boxers on and you are in style. So check this out. I'm going to send you to the website. These are the 3 styles they got. These are pretty cool. I like these. These look the most comfortable though. But anyways, use code RBP, get 20% off and free shipping, or go to manscaped.com/RBP and also get the 20% off and free shipping. Check it out today, guys. James?
What?
The beard is looking nasty.
Nasty, good nasty or bad nasty?
I knew you were going to say that. Good nasty. Are good. You go to a barber for that, right?
Yes. Turkish guy. He's brilliant.
I'm going to start going to a barber for mine. I'm going to start trimming my own beard.
The best barbers are Kurdish or Turkish. They're like just so good with a blade. So do yourself a favor and get yourself a good.
So I got to find a Kurdish guy or a Turkish guy.
Yeah, I believe so. I could be mistaken there, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but all Middle Eastern people have like big beards. They should all be pretty good, no? Or is it got to be those specifically those countries?
Yeah. I think like my history of best beard choppers is those 2.
I think we should look it up.
Have a look. Just type on Google like Kurdish beard, and I bet it's the best beard you've ever seen. I have a feeling I'm not talking out my arse here today.
How about best beard trimming companies? Not companies.
No.
Sorry. What is this? Get out of here. No, I don't. Get out of here.
I would say who is the best at cutting a beard?
Best beard trimming countries.
Yes, that's better.
No. Okay, wait.
You got to word this so right.
What country has the best beard shape?
Beard shape?
Germany. They grow the best beards. It says right here, Germany.
I feel like the question needs to be simplified. Like just
what ethnicity has the most beards? No,
has the most beards.
Images for what country has the best beard shape. Well, that could be good. We can make our own decision.
Okay.
So this is not a good beard shape. It's too round. No, this is
a bit like
it's got too. It's too. I like more jagged edges.
Yeah. I hear that. It's a bit like ball sack heavy at the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like a ball sack.
Yeah. I hear that.
Like this is a good beard. A little bit
lighter.
Why is it like?
Why are we having such problems finding a picture of a good beard? They've just given us a load of cartoons.
Okay, fine. Here, let's go. Best beards.
I would just type in Kurdish beard
country. Let's say. Oh, this doesn't work at all. Okay, fine.
That works. But look, left got some Dr. Robotnik weird tash thing going on there. Look,
Kurdish beards. Oh, that's no good, James.
wait, no, give this one the blow a chance. Yeah,
look at this one.
It's like a posh sofa. You know what I mean?
This one's pretty good.
That's good. That's good. And the hat's good. It's a Peaky Blinder.
Yeah, that's pretty good too. Little messy. It's a little messy, but it's good.
Yeah, like Velcro would get stuck to that.
What about a 300 beard?
Paul, what do you think we should type in for best beard?
300. Movie 300.
They got good beards in that.
Yes, excellent.
I feel like we need to say best nationality.
Your beard reminds me of a 300 beard, James.
What'd you say, James? Best nationality?
Best nationality barbers. Or best barber's nationality?
It's probably going to be Arabic.
This is what I feel.
What the fuck am I getting here? No, that's barber
Because you're on
shops.
images. You're on images. If you go on all, then we might get like a bit of news.
10 top 10 barbers around the world.
What country has the best barbers on Reddit? It says.
Oh wait, go back.
Yeah, if you go to
What
Reddit,
country has the best barbers? All right. Italy, Philadelphia,
No.
New York City, Bali. Those are the best.
No
barbers.
Kurdish. Are you kidding me? Bullshit. Lies.
What
Italy.
ethnicity?
That's because the US don't. It's because
most
the USA
common-
only knows about the USA.
The most common ethnicity amongst master
New York
barbers
City's
is
famous for
white.
their barber shops.
No, it says white right here. White people are the best.
63%.
Yeah, but just because it's the most common doesn't mean it's the best.
I
You know what I
feel
mean?
like,
Like-
this is just an American's view.
I think I jumped into a racist conversation.
No. Just, I mean, like, I was trying
Oh
to say that the
wait,
best
James, here it
barbers-
is. Why are lots
Oh,
of
there you go.
barbers? Why are lots of barbers
There you go. There
Turkish?
you go. There you go.
Thanks to the barbering tradition natural to Hirstu region and more liberal
Hirsute.
visa regime than Middle Eastern countries, Turkish barbers have established a potent brand in Britain. That's why
There you
all the Turkish people moved to Britain.
Yeah, and brought their skills along.
Hmm.
Who's the
know.
richest barber? I wonder who's the richest barber? Who's the richest barber in the world? The top one.
Ramesh Babu.
It's India. Billionaire
Ramesh Babu.
barber.
Ramesh Babu, christened as India's billionaire barber, is one of the 140 billionaires in India who owns more than 400 luxurious cars.
What does that dude cutting hair for?
Doing the wrong job.
Get out of here.
I wonder why somebody
That's
who's
crazy.
a billionaire would cut hair. Well, I mean, if you were a billionaire, would you work out? I guess it's kind of the same thing.
Do we lose Paul?
That is a hard question.
Yeah, he'll come back. If you were a billionaire, would you work out?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'd probably just pay a doctor to cut slabs off my body.
Yeah.
All the fat.
Just
Do you know
shape
what I mean?
it. Just shape it all.
Just lipo every week.
We're trying to find the best beards by nationality.
It's funny. I thought you guys were being racist. I'm the racist one. I pulled up. I thought you guys were immediately talking about black
We're
barbers.
preparing you. We were preparing
You got
for
excited,
Kurdish.
didn't you? You're like,
Yeah, I
"Yes."
did.
You're like another racist conversation.
Let me in.
All right.
Fouad, a drink for you to try if you haven't tried.
What is it?
Irn Bru.
What is it?
Irn Bru. It's
Irn Bru.
backwards.
Who makes that?
Yes. It's Scottish. It's Irn Bru Scottish. It's
What is it?
just so good.
What is
Bar. It's made by Bar. You can't see it. It's like a little red sign.
Yeah.
Honestly, do yourself a favor, boys. Get one of these imported and give it a go. It's so good.
How much are they paying you?
I'll keep that between us.
What are they? What is it? What does it taste like?
Oh, it's really hard to, mate. It's its own. It's when someone says try a drink, yeah, it's going to be different than anything you've ever had, and it's not. It's just like a variation of anything you've had before. Honestly, Irn Bru is as much its own drink as Coca-Cola is.
Okay, but wait
You
a
are
minute.
definitely getting paid by these people.
I know.
Get out of here.
Honestly, it's like you try this; it'll be the first time you've ever tried it, and you'll be like,
Okay,
"Oh,
but wait a minute.
wow!"
But just tell me that you can't relate it to anything. Is it sweet? Is it
No.
sour? Does it taste like cola? Is it like
It's sweet. It's sweet, but it's like
taste like orange juice? Does it taste like fucking like what is it?
it wants to have like an orangey twang, but it's not. It's so hard to explain. I can't. I would like to in this podcast when we're done and this is uploaded. People below in the chat comments need to be able to write in words what the explanation to the flavor is. 'cause
Okay,
it's
one
crazy.
second.
So what's
I'm
your
gonna-
discount code?
What's your discount code?
I'm going to start a debate on this one.
1 second. I just want to see best beards by nationality. Let's see if we can. Ricky Martin. This is too gross. What about this one? No,
He's wise. He looks wise, young and wise.
this is good. See, this is messy, but it looks good on this guy.
That's
Probably
that's
just
that's
his
the muscle doc.
It's massive,
Yeah.
but I feel like the hair is too pretty with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think it's a good contrast because you have pretty hair and a dirty beard.
I wouldn't say no to that hair if I could have it.
You know what I mean? Like if you had,
No, I wouldn't either. It's very nice.
just think
hair.
about Justin. If you had dirty hair and a dirty beard, you just look like a scrub.
You look like
Just
a
look
dirty.
dirty.
But
Dirty,
if you had clean hair and a clean beard, then you'd look like you're too metro.
Yeah.
So like this is a good mix.
So either you can have scruffy hair and a nice beard, or scruffy beard and nice hair.
I'm rethinking my position on this. I really like it.
Cool.
I haven't found anybody with James's beard though. I think James has the best beard. This is close. but it's not as like that. That's my favorite kind of beard. No,
Yeah, that's a good beard.
wait.
That one's a little too hollow at the tips, a little too shaggy.
What do you mean?
See
Oh,
what I'm
like
saying?
here?
Like
Yeah,
little-
yeah,
Yeah, like the gap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Little
not,
frizzy there. Yeah,
yeah, doesn't hold itself enough.
That's a good beard.
that's like a white trash.
That's just
beard.
because he looks. That's
You
just
got
because he
that-
looks.
you
Good.
got that
Is it
weird
just?
half
Are we just
mustache thing that
James?
guy
I
going
think
on.
James. I think we're just looking at men again.
We are. Yeah, we just,
We're gay and we're racist.
it's like 40, 60.
What's that stuff called,
46.
James? Iron Bru.
Iron Bru. It's BRU, and it's IRN, not iron. So it's the one below. Go below. Did you mean? It says. Did you mean?
What is it? Oh yeah, IRN. Yeah.
Yeah, the one below. Yeah, Irn Bru. Irn Bru.
All right, let's see what it tastes like.
I don't know why I didn't even think about it, but for some reason I thought for sure you were drinking a beer. Like Irn Bru. Irn Bru sounded like a beer.
Ironically, the nation collectively did agree on one thing. 56% of Scots said that Irn Bru tastes like
Girders. Girders is metal.
an undefinable, which James already said, an undefinable mystery flavor that has been linked to the ginger nectar since its first launch in 1901 for the steelworkers who built Scotland as we know today.
Now, if that didn't fucking sell it, mystery flavor. Like I told you, I couldn't explain it.
I find it hilarious that everybody else can't describe it either.
Irn Bru.
Now I really want to try that shit. Can I buy it?
You need it. Honestly, you could never go back.
Irn Bru online.
I'll tell you something. I know someone very close who I hang around with has made this in pre-workout, and he's got the flavor spot on the wanker.
Really?
So little pointer for you there. If you ever manage to, I actually approached my previous sponsor to do this, and they had it in a boardroom. They were drinking it, and they never done it.
I'm going to do it.
You
Look at
should,
this.
because they missed out.
It's
That's their
only what's it cost? $39 for a pack of 14.
Yeah, but look at it.
A pack of 6. Sorry.
Wow.
How many carbs are in this, James? Aren't you dieting?
This is 0.
It's a diet.
I
Okay.
got the sugar-free one.
It's right here, Justin.
The normal one will be 24.
Okay.
24. Oh, you got the diet one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just have that in a bit of intra, your intra.
Yeah.
We'll mix a bit of your silo with it, and then it will be the intra.
All right.
I like it.
Paul, we keep losing Paul. I don't know what's going on with his internet. So we might end up just being the 3 of us if we can't get it figured
I
out.
don't think he could handle the news.
I really want to try that shit now. I've never tried something that nobody could describe the flavor of.
Well, you know what I'm going to do for the rest of this episode? Every 20 minutes or so, I'm just going to
wait
find the screen, wind it in.
I'd love to know how many people are going to buy that after this episode.
Oh, if I had commission, God.
Anyways,
We'll
James,
have to Amazon it.
did you see the Tampa Pro?
I did.
What'd you think?
I was pretty spot on, wasn't I? I said Akim will win. I said Camille's beating Quinton.
Did I write your predictions down?
Yeah, of course you did.
No, I don't think. Oh wait, I did it on this paper.
I think I got it right.
Fuck, I gotta find this piece of paper now. Wait, I got something.
I might have had Camille in first though, but it was still fair to win.
No, I didn't write it down. Fuck.
You useless fucking bastard. I can make it up then. That's fine. Yeah, it went exactly how I said.
Yeah. No. What did you say? Do you think Akeem was going to win?
Yeah, I said if Akim comes in at like 90%, he's won, and he kind of did. He weren't his best, but he was still good.
Did you think Akeem deserved to win?
Yeah, because I do get it. I do get that open bodybuilding, one thing that's always going to be a massive factor is muscle density from the bone to the outside. Like how much muscle from the bone to the end of the muscle is actually there and available. That's a big point. That's what happens at the Olympia. Top 5 at the Olympia are the biggest boys.
Watching this on video is not like watching it in person, though. You know that, right?
No, I can imagine.
Like in person, in video, Akeem doesn't look that far behind Kamal in conditioning. But in person, Kamal was much better conditioned, like far greater condition.
Far better.
And Akeem in this video doesn't look like he's off at all. He actually looks relatively like in good condition.
I mean, you can see it right there in the back shot, but
Well, no, but I mean, even like that doesn't look bad, like bad condition.
No.
That's pretty good. But in person, that looked a lot softer.
it did.
Camille was the best in the best shape by some considerable margin. There's just this thing in the open class. If you look at the Olympia last year, there was people outside the top 10 in better shape than some of the people in the top 5. But
Of course.
the muscle size is such a factor in the open that it does sometimes outweigh even that.
Well, if it was a conditioning show, Roman would have won hands down.
Absolutely. So
Like, no
there's-
question.
I know people say that, and that's the defense for Akeem winning, but it's not a conditioning show, but it's also not a muscle show. It's a combination of everything show.
I agree.
yeah,
with
but
that.
I would say it's more of a muscle show than a condition show
So you think
nowadays.
the amount of muscularity Akeem had was far greater than the amount of conditioning he was giving up?
No, but the judges just were really obviously after seeing someone with a heavy amount of muscle win.
Do you think that part of it? I thought I had this thought afterwards. Do you think that part of it could be that the IFBB is trying to draw a clear distinction between categories?
That could be it.
They're like, hey, look, if we let Kamal win this thing, not let Kamal, but if Kamal wins this, does it ruin the criteria? And then do we get a whole bunch of 212 guys jumping up? And then that kills the 212 category completely.
Well,
Because
the
of
line,
all the because of all the
line's
guys-
already being blurred.
yeah, like the line's already like, you know, if Derek moves up and Sean moves up and Kamal moves
Yeah.
up and Nathan Epler moves up and all these guys start moving up, who's left in the 212? And does that kill a category completely? It's kind of like when they draw the distinction between women's physique and women's bodybuilding. They have to have a clear line so that these two classes don't get blurred. So I thought to myself, is there part of the decision was we have to emphasize the muscle so that we're drawing a clear distinction between these are the open guys, these are the 212 guys?
I would say so, even though I do believe, like from my personal standpoint, that bodybuilding, whether you're 212 or open, should have exactly the same criteria. You should just be one weight or the other. That's the only differentiation should be that you're maxed out and that you only weigh that much. So I don't think that should change what they judge, but I do think it does.
Oh, wait a minute, though, but that's kind of contradictory because a minute ago you said that they emphasize the muscle more.
Yes, they do, but I don't believe they should.
Okay, so, but then, okay, then that begs the question, if it's all the same exact criteria, do you still think Akeem wins?
No, if it's all the same criteria, in my opinion, then you'd probably have Camille in first.
Okay.
So I feel they have had to make some adjustment in order to allow this to go the way it does to suit making that divide between the two distinctive classes.
I guess it felt like a bit of a statement, didn't it?
Well, that's kind of look. I don't have. I want to make this perfectly clear. I don't have any inside information. It's just my theory.
Oh, this is just from you know.
No, I
fans
want
of
people.
bodybuilding.
I just want people to know, like, this isn't like some hidden conspiracy. Like, this is just my thought. Like, I wonder if they're saying, look, open class bodybuilding, muscle is a factor, and it's not exactly the same criteria across the board. 212 has a criteria. Open bodybuilding has a criteria. They're slightly different, and that's what puts Akeem ahead.
I think what it is that the first box you have to tick is muscularity typically. So if you look at the Olympia lineup last year and you look at the top 5, you look at Rami, Brandon, Bonac, Hadi, Nick, and Hunter. One thing that they had a certain level of muscularity before anyone else that was after that lineup. Iain had the same amount. Iain and Bonac are up there with that muscularity, but everyone else below that didn't have that muscularity. Then what was taken into consideration was all the other factors, the symmetry, the proportion, the condition. So I think first and foremost in open, okay, you're big enough to be an open bodybuilder.
But they do that in 212 too. Because if you look at the 212 from this show specifically, right? The 1 and 2 were Keon and Kareth.
Yeah.
And third,
they were the most muscled.
And third was Nathan Epler.
Yep.
So it's still the same criteria. They're going,
absolutely.
You're the biggest with the best shape. You're the biggest with the best condition. And then we have Nathan Epler and so on and so on and so on.
So that's where I think having Camille at second actually is quite confusing because, again, you had other people in this lineup that if it was to follow the same suit as the 212 did, they might have disregarded Kamel even because his size wasn't the same as some of the other people, but yet they didn't.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So it's confusing for us.
Yeah, I'm confused too. I just
because if they were following a trend, maybe in second place would have been someone who was heavily muscled as well, but maybe not quite as sharp. And then Kamel would have come in at like third or fourth peeled. I don't know. It depends how big he looked there.
But see, this is my point. Like, okay, let's say muscularity is the first box you're ticking off, right?
Yeah.
And wouldn't Quint come in second then?
I don't know because I wasn't there. So how much bigger did Quint look than Kamel?
Well, I mean, you can see him there. He's definitely bigger.
Yeah, but muscularity, he doesn't look more muscular as such.
He's a bigger man. Yeah, he doesn't. His legs were more muscular, but not necessarily upper body. And Kamal probably had a bigger back.
Whereas Akeem looked like he had more muscle than both of them,
except for in the back. Kamal's back, I thought, was more heavily muscled than Akeem's.
I think the biggest.
So then that's where I'm cut. Yeah.
The biggest consideration with Quentin was his presentation.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, Quentin has, and you can kind of see it a little bit here, but not really as clear as it was when you're there. Quentin had a little bit of trouble posing.
Yeah,
he was a little bit shaky. Like you can see his legs there slightly; they're kind of like dipping up and down, and his arms are shaking a little bit. You really can't tell in video, but in person, it was very evident.
Yeah.
So that might have hurt him a little bit, but I don't know. You know, I guess the name of the game is the best combination of size, muscularity, and symmetry. And I think if you take that, the way I would explain what the judges did is, even though Kamal's condition is better than Akeem's, his condition is not so far better that it outweighs the amount of muscle Akeem has.
That's exactly how I see it.
That's kind of how I would explain what the judges did.
That's what I believe the judges feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and Kamal was extremely sharp from the front and his back, but from the backside, glutes and hams weren't as sharp.
I'll give you that too. Yeah. The glutes,
lower half
peeled, but that lower half was not as sharp.
Yeah.
And maybe if his lower half was as peeled, maybe he would have won. I don't know.
What's it going to take for, like, okay, my own personal bias. I have my own, bodybuilding subjective after all, right? So
yeah,
taking bodybuilding criteria out of it and just looking at my own subjective bias. My favorite physique that day was Quint's favorite. It was by far my favorite physique to look at.
It was the nicest thing to look at for sure.
Yeah, he was wide. He was in condition. His back, I don't think his back is as bad as he's showing it. I think he's making it look worse by the way he's posing.
Yeah, I agree.
There's something he's doing in a back double where he almost like arches his back a little bit too much.
He's pushing too much back.
Yeah, and it's hiding his lower lats.
Yeah.
And then when he hit the rear lat
himself too much,
he was shrugged up in the rear lat.
Yeah. When he does the rear lat, he doesn't roll under.
Yeah.
So I feel like his back shots,
subtle things, but they can make a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, like moving your shoulders this far down can make your back look 6 inches wider. So it was just honestly the prettiest physique that day, which, unfortunately, bodybuilding is not a pretty contest. But I kind of wonder, like, should it be? Like, should the prettiest physique win? Like,
it might help me.
No. The reason I say no to that is because we have to be honest with genetics here. Like, there's certain genetics in this world that are always going to be prettier. And if that's the case, then you're probably never going to see a certain type of people ever win a show just based on that.
Mm.
So it gives people that don't have the genetics a chance to fight for first because they've worked on that presentation. So I could see when I was watching Quinton there, I was like, I saw the flaws as well. Like, and I only saw a few seconds there, and I was like, he doesn't have that confidence that the other two have in their posing, and that's hurt him. But that's a lesson that he will have to learn in order to become a winner.
Yeah. You know what's really strange about the confidence? I think you said it best. See how he's arching his back there? See,
he's not fully opened up.
But see how the middle of his back was almost like, let me go back. Watch.
He's not tilting from the hip. He's tilting from the spine.
I can't move.
It's also, if we're talking about like lat training, if you're training your lats, you can't really hit the lats if you're fully arched.
Yeah. Right? No, you need to be kind of flat.
So it's really the same thing needs to transfer into your posing. You really can't get your lats to pop if you're overarching.
Mhm.
You look at Dorian's back double, he used to just be like dead flat and just tilt from the hip.
That's
Yep.
right.
That
And,
exactly.
that's
You
it,
tilt the
James.
hips.
James, that's it. That's what you said. That's what I was trying to articulate.
You don't
need
bend
to
your
lean,
back,
you
you
need,
bend
you
your
need to
hip.
lean from the hip, not from the mid back.
Not from the
He's
mid-back.
almost
Yep.
he's almost like doing this, where he needs
Yeah.
to just do this. Yeah. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. And I think when you do that, you're kind of like tucking your lats underneath
Yeah,
and
exactly.
hiding them a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wonder what does Quint have to do then? Does it just fix his
Just work on
posing?
the posing a little bit.
Because this week he's going to be up against Kuklo, Andrew Jacked. I'm
Hey,
not sure. What
Andrew
other
Jack
notables.
looks really fucking good.
Yeah,
he does.
I think so.
Mhm.
Fouad knows my opinion.
I didn't. Hey, listen, I didn't say he was bad. He looks amazing to me too.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not ready to jump on the bandwagon yet. I got to see him.
Yeah, of course.
My entire thing is I need to see the people next to other people because it's very look. If you look at Quint, for example, right? This is a perfect example.
Did you see like the pictures that
showed
Dorian
you-
posted?
If I showed you, yeah, I'm going to go to those in a second. If I
Yeah.
showed you pictures of Quint by himself, you would think that guy is going to win every show all year long. Nobody can beat him.
Yeah.
But then when you stood him next to Akeem, you're like, wait a minute. I see a bunch of things that are not right. So
Yeah, but that's because you're a fan of pretty bodybuilding.
no, I'm a fan of bodybuilding, period. What I'm saying is when you look at Quint by himself, James, don't you think he looks unbeatable?
He looks great, but no. I if I felt that way, I would have said last week.
Let me show you.
That's why I was saying he's not going to win this show. I think he's fantastic, but I can see things that are not right even when he's on his own.
Okay. So
Me personally,
this is Quint by himself.
Fuck, that's beautiful.
James,
it's beautiful.
when I look at that physique, you can't really tell, like, okay, it's hard to do this now because we know we have foresight, but if this was the first time you ever saw this bodybuilder, you would be like, this guy's going to be Mr. Olympia. Would you not?
I would think, yeah, he's definitely in contention to become it. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
still do.
Right.
I still do.
But when we put him next to Akeem, you see how far he has to go to get there.
I don't think he has to go far.
I do.
I think he's just got to work on the presentation quite a lot because I think that hurt him a lot more than we know.
I think
Overall, long term, Quentin does need size on that frame.
I think his frame is too big, James, to beat somebody like Akeem, unless he puts on another 10 pounds of muscle on the upper body. His chest to back thickness is what Akeem exposed the most.
Yeah, but then also I felt like Quinton's posing, even on the side chest, was too side on, not enough rotation to make him look larger than he is. So I feel like I still feel like he could etch back a point or two just from how he presents himself as well. Granted, I do think he needs more muscle, but I also think that he could have been as high as second at this show if he worked on his posing.
Yeah,
not worked. He did work on his posing. I'm not taking anything away from him. If his posing was more, it was suited better to his physique.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
He could have won the show, in my opinion.
I
don't think he could have. You think he could have won the show, Justin?
I don't know, man. I mean, you were pretty convinced during maybe because there was money on the line, but
no. I wanted Justin to win the show, but now that I know how the judges were leaning, do you think he could have won the show?
I don't know. It's tough to say. I think that, like I said, like we talked about, I think they've kind of made a statement with that call.
Yeah.
Because Akeem was just so heavily muscled.
Yeah, I think the statement they made is muscle fucking matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can be as pretty as you want, as symmetrical as you want, as conditioned as you want, but muscle is.
But Akeem is still very pretty.
Yeah, Akeem, that's not taking anything away.
When Akeem hit those front double side shots, it's very nice.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's pretty when you are a bodybuilder, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I guess the thing I was going back to is with Andrew Jacked, I think he's got a phenomenal physique. I just don't know how phenomenal until I see him next to the rest of the line.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
That's how I feel about Quint. Like if I looked at Quint for the first time ever, I'd be like, holy fuck, this guy is going to be special. But how special, I can't tell until you put him next to somebody that's been tested, someone like a Steve Kuklo or I don't know who else is doing Texas next week that we know
The
of?
list is massive. I think the list is huge.
Let me go back to Paul. What did you think? You're the professional judge. Now that we got you back for a minute before your
Is my tech? I think I'm good, Fouad. Apparently, I had my VPN on. That was affecting it.
Okay.
So I think I'm good now. I think, in my opinion, it was between Akeem and Kamal to me. I love Quentin's physique, but I still think he needs more density to fill out that frame.
Yeah.
That's what I see. I think he's got enormous potential. I think he's got beautiful shape, but I think he just needs to be more 3D-ish in certain areas.
Yeah, agreed.
Do you think he had that 3D-ness in the offseason? Maybe he's just overdone it a little bit, or do you think he still needs to earn it?
Well, you remember Quentin's a very young guy, and he's only been training for not that long of a time. I think it's just he just needs to keep building. I think he's in the right trajectory. I think he's going the right path.
Cool.
I just think he just needs a little bit more time.
I don't think he was to your question, James. I don't think he was over dieted. I just think his
but you know, sometimes every one of us has a certain body part that we've got to be a little bit conscious of when we're dieting in order to keep it from fading.
Yep.
In his off season, I found that he looked, like you said the other day, his back actually was like really impressive, but then at the show it wasn't as impressive. So I was wondering if maybe it's
I think
one of those situations.
Yeah.
You know, our bro terminology, how we always say like you need to be a certain size for a period of time to make that muscle really stick.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I don't know if Quentin has held that mass for long enough for it to be there. Because I remember, and also too, like you said, James, to your point about losing muscle, like when a certain muscle that's maybe a weak point. It's like I always tell people when my legs were smaller, I had to overdo it. So maybe his back needs to almost look like a strong point, so that when he diets, it comes just to normal with everything else.
Well, that's what Flex used to say about his arms. Yeah, Flex was like in the off season, he'd make his arms look like they're too big.
Yeah.
So diet goes back to normal. But Paul, I remember during the morning, you thought Kamal was ahead, did you not?
Yeah, I thought Kamal's ahead in the morning, and but you know, getting back, you know, we talked about it afterwards. There, you know, just that much muscle on Akeem, you know, it's tough to overcome for a guy like Kamal. That's, you know, smaller stature. But I thought Kamal's a bit more complete from front to back and top to bottom. But I was okay with Akeem winning. I didn't think it was.
I don't think anybody. You know, it's funny. I don't think anybody would have been upset had any of the three won.
No, because they all had their reasons to. If you look at them, you can argue any fact.
Yeah, because if you look at Quint, you're like, oh, they're going for symmetry and prettiness.
Flow.
Flow, whatever you want to call it. If they go with Akeem, they're going for muscle. And if they go with Kamal, they're going for condition and complete. But as a judge, Paul, isn't it your okay? We were just talking about this when you were kind of logging in and out. When you're judging at the table, I know you're looking for the complete package, right? But is there ever a nod towards muscularity, maybe a little more?
When you're talking about an open class, I think there should be.
Okay.
In my opinion, yeah.
Okay, that's what we were kind of guessing at. So now we don't have to guess.
We felt. Yeah, we feel that.
Yeah. You know what though? I mean, like Quentin, you know, has only been bodybuilding for what, 5-6 years, maybe. Yeah. He turned pro as a natural, as a very young guy. You know, whereas a Kamal is, you know, been training probably for 30 plus years. Akeem probably for 15, 20 years. Like, you know, just comparing that, like, you know, Quentin just needs more time in my opinion.
Oh, we're not taking anything away from Quentin. I thought, like Justin just said it, I would have, if it was a completely subjective and not looking at bodybuilding criteria, I would have had Quentin winning. He was my favorite that day. I just love the way his physique looks. I love the size and stature he carries. If his posing was a little bit better and like pointed like to perfection, I would have Quentin winning. But I also said that if Akeem won, I wasn't upset either because he brought something really special too with the amount of muscle he had. And if Kamal won, I also wouldn't have been upset because he had the condition and completeness. So
that just shows. Doesn't that just show how good the show was?
It was a really good show. It was
great, and it shows
we're kind of ignoring the rest of the people too. We had Joe Mackey ended up sliding all the way up to fourth.
Joe looked really good.
Yeah, I think
I love that level of maturity in his muscles.
Do you think that's the old deadlifts 900 maturity?
Well, mate, that most you know when he does the most muscular, like just the way the cap, shoulders, and arms just look, just phenomenal.
He looked awesome.
He flows nice.
Me and Paul were talking about that before. Is that the result of heavy lifting? Do you get that? Do you get that kind of density? Do you get that kind of density without?
Look at that.
He just looks fucking strong.
His traps.
That's a
His
beautiful
traps.
physique, man.
Yeah.
That's
you
one
don't
of my
get- you don't
favorite
get traps.
bodybuilding shots of the year.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
If I had a
you
show and I looked like that, that one picture would be in every room in the house.
You don't get traps like that without picking up very heavy things from the floor.
For sure. And those arms.
Do you know what
Quads.
as well though? Like if you look at his delts and that, Justin, like
Yeah.
you know, like, obviously yes, every bodybuilder has to take gear, but you can tell that he hasn't been smashing gear in anywhere because of the amount of detail.
Look like it.
Like
unless he's
there's
putting
no
it
blurred
on his
lines.
traps.
whatever he's doing, he's doing it
terrible.
right. Whatever he's doing it right, and I guarantee he's not doing fucking much of it at all.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah,
great because he's got that. You know, like how natural bodybuilders have definition everywhere.
It's a very clean look. Yeah.
Me and Fouad talk about that. It's a different kind of conditioning.
Yeah, I love that. Love that.
Just because we did it for everybody else, we should do it for Joe too. The only knock on Joe's physique, his shoulders are not very wide.
No, but it's still round.
No.
Yeah.
His delts are incredible, but his clavicle width
It's a clavicle width
Yeah.
thing.
is
Yeah.
not very wide. Like when you look at Joe
Yeah,
standing, I mean, I'm trying to find a dead on shot, but like this one here, when you look at him standing, like this is not very wide for a guy his height and his size.
true.
So
If he's a
that's
little
If he just gets a bit more back and width, wow.
like, I guess you could say like he's the opposite of Quint because he has all this muscle, but it's not very wide. Whereas Quint is very, very wide, but is a little bit thin. So
Yeah.
I think that's the only knock on Joe's physique.
Yeah.
Joe's got my favorite arms in the IFBB right now.
Yeah.
good.
They're like Vince Taylor.
They're great.
Okay, where were we? And then fifth we had Phil Klahar, I think.
Phil, look, mate, 48
Yeah.
years old, still pounding away.
Phil Klahar we had in fifth place. I
Big
felt
Phil.
like it was a weird thing because Joe Mackey was not compared with third, but Phil Klahar was.
Yeah.
Like Phil Klahar was
Oh.
compared with the top three, and Joe Mackey wasn't, and somehow still slid into fourth.
Yeah, that was odd. Yeah, we talked about that.
Maybe
I
they
feel
didn't
like-
expect Joe Mackey to come on as much as he did because he's improved so much.
I think maybe at the night show he just kind of pulled ahead, but
They just bumped Phil into like that second call out, and then they never compared Mackey with the first.
Right. Unless they were just so convinced of the top three that, they weren't looking at him for top three at all. They were just looking at him from fourth through six or whatever,
I
seven.
have to say at this show, and maybe because it's the first time seeing Phil in person, or maybe not. I'm kind of seeing it in the video too. This was the first time I could see Phil's age a little bit. Because a little bit of the skin is kind of loose on the stomach. There's a little bit of loose skin underneath the chest. And I just didn't feel like he was fully popping the way like Joe Mackey was and some of these other bodybuilders. So
yeah, Joe had that like
so you can
skin pop in. Yeah.
see that there. That's an older man's trait because the skin's just not as elastic.
I think also because Phil's been in shape for quite a while this year so far, so he hasn't been full for a while.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And this is not taking anything away from Phil. I think at 50 years old or 49 or however old he is, this is absolutely incredible. I mean, I'm 43 and I don't get anywhere near this. So
No, he is incredible.
now one of the most special people that stood out to me, and I don't know if there's any photos of him in here, but Stu,
Yeah.
I think took sixth,
Seventh.
who was sixth?
Eddie.
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie Bracamontes looked great too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if
Eddie
it-
came back like more streamlined and really conditioned, didn't he?
Eddie was very conditioned.
He was, yeah.
That's the first call out.
Who did Eddie work with? I saw who he worked with.
Somebody said so. I can't remember. Okay, there's a shot of the top six. So there's Eddie Bracamontes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked phenomenal. Very, very shredded, but he's got the curse of the super wide shoulders because he's got very wide shoulders and his legs kind of felt like they were hidden a little bit. So I thought that was the only knock on his physique, but very shredded, probably one of his best looks. And then Stu, I can't find him in here, but I want to make note of it because I thought he was actually very
That was
good.
a really good pro debut. I thought he looked fucking awesome. He had some issues with his tan in the morning.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the kid, I don't think he doesn't really post much.
I don't think maybe there's a tag shot here somewhere. No. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yep.
So this is what he looked like. So to me, and I'm sure I could definitely be wrong, but to me, the skin looked a little bit thick, and it kind of told me like maybe he decided he wasn't going to do the show after he won the USA's, and then kind of tried to pull it back together.
Yeah, I thought he looked a lot better at night.
It looked like somebody who kind of went off their diet and then went back on their diet.
Yeah,
because this is a perfect example. Like everything is there, but it's just the skin's like everything's a little blurred because the skin's a little thick.
Yeah, I think in the morning he sweated some of that off, fixed his tan, and came back looking better at night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But he was very, very impressive, and he definitely held his own in the lineup.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think these pictures really do him justice. You have
that Avon thigh is so fucking nice.
Where was that one? Did I miss it?
Just the last shot. We really get to see how tight his waist is.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
He was very, very complete. James, honestly, if he was shredded, he could have been fourth place.
Yeah.
I mean, he was that impressive to me. He definitely looked like he belonged up there.
Yeah, I take if you were there, and I know.
Well, I mean, it was don't
portray.
Yeah, don't just take my word for it. I mean, Justin saw him, and Ian.
I know you guys have got a good eye.
Paul, what did you think? As a like
I admit in the morning I overlooked him in the morning, but I know in the morning his tan was messed up, and he was a little bit watery. But then in the night, all of a sudden I was like, "Who's that guy?" I remember saying it to Ben, and he was like, "Oh, that's Stu." And I was like, "Oh, that's Stu." I was like, "This morning I wasn't looking at him at all, but tonight he's really standing out to me." So on the night I thought he could have been top 5. In the morning, probably not. But I think he's got a bright future.
But
I think more than anything, he was really composed on stage, and he was able to display his physique really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which is very important.
He did one thing that I don't think bodybuilders should do, though, ever, and I think it's maybe a rookie thing. He was trying to turn his back or chest, whichever way he was facing, to the center judge.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't know if that's a good idea is because, and this is maybe my own thing, but when they take photos, now you look narrower than everybody else when people at home are looking, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, just stand in line, stand straight, and let the judges move you around. And that way you can get proper photos after, and people can really see what you look like.
You know, another mistake I see people doing, Fouad, like they're leaning back when they pose because they think judges are looking up at them, so they need to lean back. You see it a lot in amateur stages, especially.
You can lean back too much for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just pose like someone's looking at you straight on, rather than trying to shift your body and angle.
Okay. So yeah, it was a good show overall, and then the 212 was good. Keon beat Kareth. What's this? Playhouse Studios. What is this? Why is this stuff popping up? I'm gonna search these people. It's because I have Stu here.
Oh,
let me get rid of Stu. Okay. Yeah. See, that's better. That's my.
These are the people I look at.
What did you guys think of Kareth and Keon? James?
Keon, I thought looked wide as a house. Like the width, the fucking taper from the front double was just too much for anyone to stand next to.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed with the fella that got second. I can't say his name. What's his name again?
Kareth. K-E-R-R.
Yeah, his muscularity and dryness and maturity was just next level. I think Keon's shape carried him to the victory a little bit there.
Yeah. Kareth was definitely better condition, but man, I've never seen Keon compete in person. But James, you had to see this. So he comes out and he didn't really do a front relaxed. He kind of like stood there, like with his actually relaxed, like hands down, stomach was sticking out a little bit. And then they called front double. And all of a sudden, he pulls up into a front double. His waist goes like this. And his fucking back pops out of his fucking stomach from the sides. And his arms go out. And it's like, he went from like this just normal person to just all of a sudden just popping.
Basically transformer.
Oh my God, man. It was absolutely crazy to see in person. And that shot alone was like, okay, like this doesn't do it justice at all.
Yeah.
In person, it was actually like pretty spectacular to see. And I thought that's kind of what put him over is when he poses, he has more size. Like when they're just standing here, like arms down, doesn't necessarily look that much bigger.
Yeah.
but in certain shots like this, you can see he's definitely a bigger guy.
Yeah.
He's
tough to
genetics.
find a
His
place.
genetics blow me away.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But it really would be tough to find a place to put more muscle on that kid.
Oh yeah, where the fuck do you pull it?
Yeah.
Where
Just
do
a
you
matter of
pull it?
refining.
I don't know where.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Yeah, that's one of the nicest shapes probably ever in a 212 stage.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's really not lagging anywhere. He just a little bit more condition, a little bit more density, and yeah.
I love his physique. His only flaw is the shape of his abdominals, but he hides them because he does like vacuums.
That's right.
And all that stuff. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
No.
Nathan Epler took third.
He looked good.
And his fucking conditioning was amazing.
Yeah.
Problem with Nathan is he's too tall.
Yeah, he's just got to keep getting bigger, and
Like he's got a great shape, but he's taller than I am. Like he, I think I'm 5'9" or 5'8.5", and he was taller
How tall
than
is
me.
he then?
Dude, he's got to be
5'9".
5'9.5", 5'10".
Yeah.
Jesus, he's not even far behind me.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. So I told him after prejudging, I said, Nathan, I'm like, your shape is absolutely incredible. Your condition is absolutely incredible, but there's always going to be a shorter guy. These guys are all like 5'5", 5'3" coming in here. Like,
now look at that.
That was absolute James. This shit. Oh, I got to go back. I want to.
When he pulls that shit back.
When he pulled that
Look
back,
at his hamstrings.
I was blown away by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to see this
So
with 25 pounds of muscle on the open stage.
Yeah.
So what did you come to say? Like, did you two, him being one of the athletes and stuff, did he say he's got a game plan, or is he going to continue doing a few more shows this year? What's his outlook on the show and the the effects of?
He decided he's going to go to open, because I told him, I said, look, all these guys are too short. They're always going to look bigger than you are. There's always going to be somebody like one step ahead. I'm like, you need to put on. Just
10, get cracking on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Work towards the goal.
He's still a young guy, and now he's got his own gym. I said, look, there's no rush. You don't have to compete. I'm like, don't worry about it. You're not going to lose your fucking sponsorship. Just
film content and show us what you're doing.
Yeah. Just get to work.
Is he doing Texas?
I think he said
he's doing Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he's doing Texas.
Is he going to try and make 212, or is he just going to go in at whatever he looks best at?
I don't know. I'm going to leave that one alone because I don't want to divulge. He said he was going to decide like the end of this week. So
we may or may not have insider info.
Well, no, it's not that. I mean, I hope he does the open, because honestly, if he's going to go to open, it would make the most sense for him to do it this show anyway, just to see
where the chips lie in it.
Yeah, see where he's at.
Yeah,
right?
And I think he just kind of struggled. He talked about struggling to nail his peak because he had to pull down so fucking hard.
Yeah.
He said he was ready at 220.
Yeah.
Who does Nathan work with? Is he one of Jansen's athletes? Or
No,
Matt Kuba. Yeah.
Matt.
Matt's cool. I like Matt. Yeah. Sorry, I should have known that. It's me bad.
No, it's okay.
But because I know everyone's connected, but I just forget who is who.
Yeah, no, it's hard to remember everybody's coach anyway.
Matt's good because Matt does a lot of I like Matt because he's so on it himself and has done so many shows. Like he's a real, person of the sport. Loves to fucking be up there. Loves to test it.
Yes.
I like that level of desire to get up there and learn. So I imagine he's a very good coach because of that, because he's practical as fuck.
Yeah. Well, I like the approach too, because Nathan told me a little bit of his water depletion and water loading and all that, and it didn't sound like there was anything too unhealthy in his approach to getting on stage. So I really like that too, because that means Kuba's a little bit health conscious and actually has that moral obligation to take care of his athletes. So it's important, especially at a time in a day and age when there is coaches that don't give a shit.
Sure.
So I like that too. Okay, I move on to Texas. We have Texas this weekend.
Yeah.
And this is the lineup. Morgan Aste, Eddie Bracamontes again. I'm not sure who these people are. Ed Brown, Sen Jamin, Phil Klahar's in, Kamal is in again, Seth Engman, I don't know. Martin Fitzwater, I'm actually excited to see because he's been
I am too.
I think he's gonna look good.
And I'm actually excited to see Bundy.
He's working with Branch, isn't he? Isn't Branch doing his diet and everything?
Well, it's just coaching.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
1 second. I want to see what Bundy looks like. I haven't seen anything. This is when?
Who's this guy?
This guy turned pro 2 years ago now?
Yeah. Oh no.
Was it 2 years ago, Justin, or a year ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. He won what was it?
I thought it was Nationals or something.
No, it wasn't Nationals. It was fucking
North America?
before Nationals.
USA's?
No.
If it's not Nationals, not North Americans, and not USA.
No, it was North Americans. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he won the overall North Americans.
I like his physique. I don't know what he looks like currently. That's a little far away. I can't really tell.
Oh, I'm not familiar with him.
But he has a good physique, Paul. Look at that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's a good physique, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
James, what do you think?
I like it. Reminds me of it's a British bodybuilder you probably don't know, but Cecil Crosdale, who's like a heavyweight.
I know
but it's
exactly
kinda
what you're
got
talking
some-
about. I think that only reminds you because he's black and he's got dreads. That's
Just like I agreed.
no, because
No, but honestly, no, actually the structure, the shape of the arms and stuff is very, very reminiscent, and the legs from the side.
I think we should find out. Do you know if he's
Your
online?
Cecil, I don't know if he's on Instagram anymore. You're probably better off just looking on Google, to be fair, a picture of him at a show.
How do
Should
you
be
spell last
AS, yeah. I think it's Crosdale. I think it's AS, but we'll see.
There he is.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
him. This side super heavyweight
Look at
shot.
this.
when
Watch,
he stood
this,
aside
Paul.
twice.
Watch how
Okay, I know. I'm anxiously awaiting it.
He's exactly the same.
Best he ever looked was when he won the,
Yeah,
won
there
the
he is.
British.
James, come on, man.
Mate, come on, man. No. Listen.
Put a side. Can you
Go
do a
down.
side by side for that?
No, scroll down. Let's have a look at the condition in that picture there. Go down.
Okay.
Go down. Yeah, that one there with the headband.
This
Left
one?
one? No, left one.
Wait,
Just
this
look
one?
at this, like the brownness. Like he was nuts back in the day, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's very impressive, but
That
Yeah.
doesn't
Waist
look
there
like-
doesn't look very good.
It doesn't look like Bundy.
Oh, he's black. He's got dreads. He's in shape.
I mean that maybe I'm being
There's
racist.
three things right there.
God's sake. I've done it again, haven't I? Sorry, boys. Bundy, I think you're great.
That's impressive.
I love you. I love you, James. Okay. Look at that front double, man. Tiny waist,
Yeah,
big
that's
legs,
nice.
good arms.
Yeah. He looks hard there too. Is that before last time he
I
competed,
wonder,
or is
what
that a
he, I
recent?
wonder what he weighs here. It doesn't say. I
So
know
is he
he's a-
supposed to be doing? Is
I
he
know
doing
he's-
Texas Fouad?
Yeah, he's doing Texas. I know he's a bigger guy.
Okay.
I just don't know.
He's
how-
tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is his debut.
This could no. He did.
No.
Didn't he do something last year?
He did something last year. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he did too well last year.
It
Okay.
was a conditioning thing. I just think he didn't quite nail it.
I mean, I hope he nails his condition because I know he's a little bit taller, so he could be right in the mix with like
Andrew
Andrew and Quentin, and
Yeah.
then you could have four. Then you could have 4 black guys, James.
Can't tell them apart.
Ultimate bodybuilding show.
I can't find his weight anywhere.
That's cute.
I wouldn't be able to tell his weight because I don't know if he doesn't look tall, but then again, it might be just because he's so stacked.
I think he is
Yeah.
tall. I think he's 6. I think he's 6+.
The hamstrings.
Really?
That's
look-
crazy. That shows how
Yeah.
big he is.
Big arms.
Yeah.
Belt.
Can't really see the back too much.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of hair.
This guy-
There's a lot of hair there.
He's a character. I know that from looking
Yeah.
at some of his stories.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see if we can find something here. I don't know if I can. I can't really find much. Okay, let's go back. Cecil. Okay, so Texas. That wasn't Cecil. Sorry, that was Bundy.
Siege.
James got me. James got
So easy to mix them up.
Martin Fitzwater. Let's take a look. I know he looked. The last shot he put up looked pretty good.
They look good.
So this is Martin's first open show, right?
No,
Second.
He
Well,
did
third,
last year.
third.
Oh wow.
Done
Jeez.
2 in a row last year.
He didn't do too well last year, but he didn't look like this.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, first show, I think he did pretty good, didn't he? First show, he got like top 4.
Yeah, but I don't know. Remember what that lineup was like, but I remember he wasn't in shape.
I thought he was softer at the second show. Like he actually looked pretty good at the first one, then came in a bit softer for the second one.
Coached himself last year, right?
I don't remember.
I honestly don't know.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure he did.
Well, anyway, now that he's got Branch on his side, he actually looks like he's in shape.
Yeah.
Or going to be in shape. Legs still don't look like very deeply separated, but this could be after a leg workout, so who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably just pumped.
Yeah.
They look like it.
What do you guys think? Is he going to like show up?
Yeah, I think it could be good.
I hope so.
I think he's extremely balanced.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice shape.
Is he going to be big enough though? With
That's
guys
the question.
guys like Bundy, Andrew Jack, Quentin, is he going to get lost?
He's certainly going to have a different physique than those guys because I know Martin's a bit shorter. I think he's 5'7",
And he's white.
Yeah.
and he's white. Yep.
It's completely different.
I think he's going to look good.
James, this is all your
I think
fault.
he's gonna look good too.
Now we just look at bodybuilders for their nationality. We don't even give them a chance.
James,
now.
the racism on this show is all your fault.
Well, I feel like I've done something to bodybuilding. I've made it like really apparent now. Like I'm not even trying to do that. I'm actually trying to highlight the emphasis on how good everybody can look in their own kind of lane,
In their own nationality.
Yeah, I was going to say,
in their own nationality lane.
They're on
you know?
shade.
Like I can only look, me, Jay, Ian, we're doing our thing out here. There's you. I don't know who else is the same nationality, but you know what I mean.
Me?
Yeah, I don't know who else is the same nationality as you.
Well, I mean, Middle Eastern would count for like,
It's a lot.
I think Egypt. Well, Egypt is more African, but it's tough. But no, there's a lot of Middle Eastern bodybuilders.
It's like flavors of drinks, isn't it, guys? Like, listen, I'm Irn Bru. Yeah. Okay. So is Justin. So is Ian. Fouad, you're Dr. Pepper.
No. So this is where you're wrong. So most black guys, I will agree with you, do not end up looking like you or Ian. They generally have prettier aesthetics. I don't really recall a great IFBB pro that was like a rugged, like thick black guy. All the black guys are usually like good shape guys.
bubbly and round. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Now
Yeah.
on the white guy front, it's mixed because Justin is definitely not in the same category as you and Ian.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
The
white.
look you mean, Fouad?
Yeah, I mean, Justin's got a prettier shape. Ian,
All right, rub it in.
James
All
has a
right.
more rugged shape.
Yeah, okay.
Like James is Dorian Yates.
I wish I was.
Justin is
Yeah.
Dennis Wolf.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, nice, true. I would put myself more along the lines of yeah.
So it's weird
Square.
that the white guys are
All
all
over the
over
board,
the
eh?
place. Yeah.
Yeah, where you get more
There's no
consistency
white
with black
guys actually white. We're all such a splice of like fucking everybody.
Yeah. Well,
What's
you know,
your back-
further to that, Fouad,
Further that way.
even more so, Asian bodybuilders
They all have huge legs.
and small backs. Sorry, I shouldn't say small backs. But sorry, I think that they I see it frequently where Asian bodybuilders are a little bit like the back.
We're trying to highlight
any of you see-
not shit on nationalities. We're trying to highlight the nationalities.
I'm not, I'm not trying to shit on Asians.
So all Asians have you should just say the good points, not they all have huge legs.
And cows.
Yeah, and great calves.
Did you guys see the post that was posted by, I think it was Neil Hill, of these like junior Japanese bodybuilders, how built their legs were?
No, let me see if I can find it.
Have a look
No.
on Neil Hill's Instagram. Look at these. They look like they're about 10 years old.
If you ever watch like Asian weightlifters, like the ankle mobility that those guys have,
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's their ability to their ankle
down.
flex.
Dude, I
You know what I mean?
remember I was working a Muscle Tech booth in '08. I remember this specifically, and I have a horrible memory. So this is '08 at the Olympia or the Arnold. I was working the Muscle Tech booth, and this team of little Chinese weightlifters came to the booth, and they were honestly like this tall on me, and I'm not tall. And they're
Mhm.
like, the coach told me, he's like, yeah, these guys are all like world record holders, blah, 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 blah. And they're all tiny little dudes. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, they're bred like this. I'm like, what do you mean bred like this? He's like, yeah, they picked them like from a crowd and they picked the mom and dad and like they put them together and this is what you
Oh, I've
get.
heard of that.
Wow.
So I'm like, but apparently their strength is in the tendons, not the muscle. That's why it doesn't matter how big they are.
Yeah.
okay.
They somehow like build their tendon strength. I don't know what any of that
Really,
means,
eh?
but this is what he was explaining to me, which could all be complete
Yeah.
nonsense.
Hmm.
So
Well, I don't doubt that. Have you ever heard? You ever read about Yao Ming's story?
no,
Remember the basketball player Yao Ming?
I know Yao Ming. I don't know the story though.
It's really tall, though, isn't it?
Yeah, his mom and dad were sort of selected to marry and breed to
Really?
produce a basketball
I
player.
wonder if this is all Western propaganda though. I mean, that guy was
It
from
could be.
that
It
guy
could be.
told me, but
Think
that guy
there's a
told
lot
me
of that.
himself.
Yeah.
That guy like told me from his own right. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Talk about playing the long game, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna breed here in 30 years.
It's a 30-year project.
Yeah.
All right. Neil Hill's insert. Where are we looking here, James?
Okay, so I don't know if it was a main post or
Was
maybe
it
it
a
was a
story?
story or he's tagged in it. He could have been tagged in it, maybe, or it's a story.
Let me
So it
see
might be
that.
worth going up. Oh, it must have had to been a story then.
I heard you,
Damn.
Justin.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's probably gone now. It was ridiculous. The kid had a face like a 5-year-old. It was near the top, so I reckon it's gone now.
I just,
Yeah, I think we've missed it. Fuck. Damn.
Going through Neil.
Yeah, we've missed it, boys. That ship sailed, I'm afraid.
All right. Well, we can still look it up. Just go.
It was a show that just happened.
All right.
I think it was Japan. I think it was Japan.
Chinese weightlifters.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm talking about Japanese bodybuilders.
Oh, I thought you were talking
different things.
Bro, like Japanese Chinese bodybuilder, Chinese weightlifter, Japanese bodybuilder. Like they're the
Oh, my God.
oh, it's like salt and pepper. It's like, pass me the salt and pass me the
This
pepper.
whole podcast is fucking. I can't post this whole podcast. I can't use it. It's just
It's gonna get taken. It's gonna get
it's
taken
the
down.
most racist.
It hasn't been that. Hasn't been that.
This podcast might be the most racist podcast I've ever done.
This shows how it's our lack of understanding of the world and its cultures.
It's not our
It's just
lack
our-
of understanding. What do you mean?
It is because I said Japanese bodybuilder and you type in Chinese weightlifter.
No, it's
So that tells you everything. Oh God.
you thought Bundy and Cecil Crosdale had the same physique because of their fucking hair and skin color.
I was closer than you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. No, I typed in Chinese weightlifters. And I just told a story about Chinese weightlifters, so it's still in my head. It's not because I confused Japan and China. All right, let's look.
Let's move on.
Japanese bodybuilders. What are we supposed to see
It was
here?
the
Though?
There's
big
no.
legs.
yeah, no, it was
That
just
guy.
juniors, man. They were literally jacked. It was like a really recent show. Yeah, he was in it. He was in the show. That kid was one of them.
Down. He's got big legs.
He was
He's got-
ridiculous.
Wow.
Look at his little kid head, and then his little like crazy genetics. Crazy,
They all look young, I think.
Yeah, his face looks
bro.
actually. Yeah,
That's only like a glimpse of what he probably looked like on stage.
you're right. Look how that's true, eh? All of them.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, and good triceps
That's
too. On
good.
most of them.
Say you
Yeah.
often see big triceps.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Ben. I think I
He's
was
got
just
the
shitting
strength.
back.
He's got the strength.
He got the bad back and the ankle mobility.
This guy's got everything. We don't know what the
That's
back
nice.
looks like, but from the front,
He
he's
looks
fucking-
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll bet you the back's weak
Oh,
though.
that's the same guy, I think.
Mm.
I think.
Yeah. No back
Yeah,
shots.
Paul's like, I bet he ain't got
No
back.
back shots. Has got to tell you something.
He looks
Look at
really
that.
good.
Oh, there's a back shot for it. Let's see it.
Oh, he fucking proved us all wrong.
See? No, that's a little light to
What are you
That's
talking
He is light in the lats.
Okay,
He's
I
light in the
know,
lats.
but it's not horrible.
This
that.
is
Well,
deep,
it's not good.
You know
He's,
why?
he's all arm. He's all
Wait a
arm.
minute.
Yeah.
But you know why it's not good? Look how big his fucking legs are.
No, it's not good because it's not good.
It's shallow. It's weak.
Yeah. I'm trying to defend him.
Yeah, I know you
Still
are.
very,
It's very nice
It's got
looking.
nice shape, Fouad.
I don't want us to be racist. I'm trying to defend him.
do you know what though? Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of like Doug Miller.
Really?
Yeah, like that, the arms and that.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, his arms, yeah. Anyway, he's
Crazy.
great. Good for
Yeah.
you, buddy.
How did we end
I
up?
want him to reach out to us. I want him to reach out to us.
Because
Come
James
on the
said
show.
something about Japanese bodybuilders, so we went there. All
Just
right,
found
we
that
haven't even got through half this list yet. So Roman,
big list.
Yeah.
Steve Kuklo, Sung Chul, Joseph Mackey again. This guy's
I'm
good.
going to put Mackie. I'm going to put Mackie as a front runner at this show.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I am. Fuck it.
All right, we're gonna find out. I
So-
don't know who all of these guys are. I apologize to you guys.
It's going to be an interesting top five.
Okay,
Tell me why Mackie can't push for a win here.
wait a minute. I just want to see is Jordan Janowitz is doing 212?
Yeah.
I thought he was a super.
No, he was a heavyweight. I beat him in the heavy.
Oh, I thought he was a super. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I think he was. I feel like I remember him like barely making heavies that year.
Well, because he looks like a fucking really big guy. Let's go to it so people don't know him.
He's a little short.
I don't know.
He's good, man.
He just did this guest posing, I think. He looked really good.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this, James.
Kind of muscle.
This is a white guy, James physique.
Yeah.
Andrew Vu's a very good coach as well.
Yeah, his people always look pretty good. Look at that. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thick.
it might have been Andrew that prepped Eddie, actually, that I'm thinking now.
I'm trying to find a weak point.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't really have one.
You see what he did with his back there, Quinton? He didn't bend it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do, Quinton. Just flex that and keep it straight.
His low lat, I think, could be a little thicker, but it's
Oh, that ain't too bad, bro. Come on.
No. It looks great. I'm being really nitpicky. I'm not.
Yeah.
No. I'm being very nitpicky. I think he's got an absolutely great physique.
He's thick.
I'm impressed.
Got a small
me too.
waist, good legs, good calves, good arms, thick chest.
His
7
legs are a
days
bit
out.
tired there, but once he comes off them for a day or two,
This is 7 days out. So yeah, he's gonna be in condition.
he'll look fresh. He'll look
Look
fresh.
at his arms,
Is
jeez.
he going to win the 212? Is Keon doing 212? No, eh?
I wouldn't think
No,
so.
Keon's resting now, I think.
So 212. Well, there is a 212 lineup. We'll go back to it in a second. Okay, we've seen enough here. This is what he looks like. This is what he looks like prepped. I think does it look like he's a little narrow in the clavicles here?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that what I'm looking at? But it looks good here. How tall is he? How tall is he, Justin?
He's a little shorter than I am.
He looks
like,
compact.
He's like 5'7". Yeah.
He's a density.
Like that's a lot of muscle on that frame.
That's a ton of muscle.
212.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for him, man. Let's see. This is what he looks like in a lineup. Is this him here? No, this is him here.
All right.
Yeah, this is him here. He's fucking. Actually, he's wide. Sorry.
Yeah, he's one of the wider guys there. Isn't he?
Oh, is he the second guy at the end there?
He's the third. No, he's a.
Oh,
he's
last guy.
very
Yeah,
young.
he is wide there. A lot wider
on
than
the
those
far
pictures.
right. Yeah. Probably just the camera angle on that front double.
Yeah, it must have been. Oh, I'd be interested to see him, especially next to Kareth.
Well, he's gonna have to bring the condition if he's gonna beat Karras. That's for sure. He's gonna have to bring this to the
He
stage.
looks like it.
Yeah.
I like
Good for
his
him.
Yeah. What's the other rest of the lineup for 212?
We're going back. Okay. So before we get to 212, let's go to. Oh wait, is Florian doing the show too?
Yeah, classic.
I've been
he
dying.
classic?
I've been dying to see Florian.
Yeah, he's coming right down.
Look at this, Paul. This guy came. You remember what he used to look like?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely remember.
Look how good he looks.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to.
Yeah, you look just like that, Fouad.
I'm going to shrink my physique.
You're well on your way.
Yeah.
I'm
Couple more
gonna look
weeks.
Like, I'm going to look like Florian. Look, I could look like that. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. Matter of time.
Very vintage work.
Well, he's only like 220 pounds here. I could do that.
220 or so, yeah.
I mean, if I lost 30 pounds, I would be this shredded.
Well, yeah.
Well, what?
It might look a little different, but
Well, potentially. We'll see.
yeah. Well, you'll probably look just as good for it.
You know, it's impossible to say. He could look
Yeah.
just like.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't have the beautiful hair that I wouldn't have the
No.
beautiful hair that he has, but
Other than that,
exact replica, I think.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm really looking forward to seeing him
too.
step on a classic stage because I don't know if it's just all these photos because they're in like a vintage filter, but he looks fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Okay, let's go back. All right, let's focus on the open. James, you go first.
What first? Who's coming first?
Let's pick, or should we all write down our picks? No, let's do them one at a time. Let's go, James.
Write mine down.
Pick
I'm gonna write mine down.
pick your first winner.
Top five?
Top
3.
Top 5. Just pick your first place. Phil, Kamal,
Is this the whole list?
Kukul. I don't know where is this Chinadu? Is this Andrew?
It's probably grown since.
This is Andrew
Well-
Jack, right? This right here.
Oh, that's Andrew
yeah.
Jack? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm like, where's Jack?
I think this is
I
Andrew
think
Jack.
I don't know where to put him.
You know what? I might even put him in first, just for funsies.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
But if we put money on it, then it's not for funsies anymore.
No.
I've got mine.
Okay. Give me first place, James.
I'm gonna put Andrew Jackson first.
Andrew
You bastard! You stole my pick.
Justin, you're picking Andrew first.
We're just picking winners.
Just
Hold
one
on,
second.
hold on.
Just pick first.
I got my first.
Paul, who do you have first?
Kuklo.
Okay. Justin?
Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna go Andrew.
Andrew, I'm gonna go Kuklo. Okay, James, who do you have second?
Joseph Mackey.
Mackey.
I'm gonna go Kuklo second,
Justin's going Kuklo.
and then I'm gonna go with.
No.
All right, fine.
Paul, who do you have second?
Kamal.
I'm gonna go. Holy fuck, this is tough. I don't know.
It is tough.
I don't know. I have to go by James's word, so I'm gonna go with Jacked second.
Huh.
I just seen that most recent posing video of his, and it looked pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You think I should put him higher?
Don't fucking pick your own picks.
Yeah, man.
It's tough to say because I couldn't tell if you.
Paul, you're an IFBB pro judge. You're asking us.
Don't ask these two fucking amateurs.
I've never seen Andrew.
You're not showing people the confidence of an IFBB.
You want to look at Andrew?
You're like, I don't know what to do. Justin, what do you think?
I've just never seen the guy. It's an unknown for me.
Show him Andrew. Pull him up.
All right, let's pull it up. Just in case anybody hasn't seen him yet. Sorry,
I think
guys.
the only thing is maybe conditioning from the back, like his glutes and hams. That was the only thing that I wasn't sure about.
What's going on with my fucking computer here? There we go. Okay, this is what he looks like, Paul. That's from the front.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's the only shot I've really seen of him, though.
Okay, here, I'll go to the tag shots. There's a posing video here somewhere. Here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
See, so that's a week out.
Yeah. That's a week out, eh?
I just
Yeah,
look at his glutes in the back, and it's tough to see.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll be conditioned enough.
Yeah, like right there. Like that's fucking really impressive, but
Yeah. Huh.
George, bear in mind, George is prepping him, man. You've seen what George can do with blessing.
but George is prepping him. Yeah.
George Farah?
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
Very nice.
Very nice. I like.
Oh boy, that fucks me right up now.
Yeah, that fucks us all up because he's so unknown.
Yeah.
So
And he's
really
standing by himself there.
James is the only one who's seen him in person, and James thinks he's absolutely incredible.
Are we writing down our?
I'm writing them down for you guys.
I wrote mine.
Okay, so Paul, do you want to change yours?
No.
Okay, so James, who's your third place?
Camille.
Kamal. Justin, who's your third place?
Kamal.
My third place is Quint. No.
Who?
I wonder if Quint. No, I don't think Quint's ready to beat Andrew yet. I'm going to put Quint third. I think he pulls ahead of Kamal this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I know they've been working on some shots with him. These are the most recent shots. And he's trying to get his posing right, and he looks a touch harder. So
He does.
Yeah.
I mean,
hopefully they figured something out this weekend.
Honestly, I think this is my own bias. I think Kamal will probably be third, but I'm going to stick to Quint just because I have a bias and I love his physique.
Who'd you have second?
Andrew, jacked.
Oh, okay.
Who do you have third, Paul? Quint. Okay, James, who do you have fourth?
Kuklo.
Kuklo's all the way in fourth for you, eh?
Yeah,
Ooh.
and I don't think Kuklo is better than Quint, but I do think he'll beat him.
I don't think Kuklo's going to talk to you anymore after this podcast.
No, I rate him, but I feel that
I'm just joking.
I feel that he hasn't got. Listen, he's still one of the top guys. Like in every show I ever put him in, he's going to be in that top 5.
Justin, who's your fourth place?
I go Quinton in fourth.
Quinton in fourth. I'm gonna go. Who we left here with? Oh, Kamal. I'm gonna go Kamal. Paul, who do you have fourth?
Fourth, I've got Andrew.
Andrew. James, who do you have fifth?
I did have Martin, but it's got to be Quint because I kind of didn't think about Quint. So
Quint.
Yeah, Martin would be my sixth if there was one, but obviously there isn't. So.
Justin?
I got Martin in fifth.
Martin. You think? Oh, okay. Who do we have?
So I have Andrew, Kuklo, Kamal, Quentin, Fitzwater.
Oh, so you put Fitz. Okay, Fitz fifth. Okay,
Yeah.
I think.
Did I miss somebody? Who?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just trying to see. Like, I think because I don't know, man.
Because I
like,
put Justin in there.
Like,
I put
if you look,
Joseph.
You put who?
I put Joseph Mackey in there.
Mackey.
Oh, you put Mackey. Oh, yeah. Fuck. That's kind of hard to say because Mackey could definitely be fifth over Martin.
Yeah.
well, I mean, if you look at this, if you look at the lineup, the only person who doesn't fit in the lineup is Kamal. The rest are big, tall, black guys.
I know.
Hey, Roman could come in fuller this week too.
I'm gonna put Bundy in fifth.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like his physique. I don't know if he's going to be hard enough. I think conditioning might leave him out of 5.
Yeah.
But if he's in shape, I definitely think he can be fifth.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
I think I want to. Sorry, Martin. I think I'm going to put. I just seen Mackey last week, and if he's anything,
Mackey's too. Yeah.
If he improves marginally at all, or if he's even the same, I think he's a shoo-in for the top 5.
Okay, so you're putting Mackey fifth?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Mackey fifth.
That's a tough one for me, man. Bundy and Mackey's really good too. I think Bundy has a more pleasing physique, but I think Mackey probably has more maturity at this point.
He does, and I think he's gonna nail it. I mean, he looks fucking.
Well, I mean, it's hard for him to fuck it up after the way he looked last week, unless he literally eats shit all week long.
Right.
Fuck, that's a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna go. You know what? Okay, who do we have? Klahar, Fitzwater, Mackey,
Roman.
I feel like Roman's lost too much tissue.
Yeah, you don't think you can get it back, eh?
Roman looked like at the show. Roman was probably the most. Well, not probably. Roman was definitely the most shredded person I've ever seen in real life.
Yeah.
Like not just at that
Nope.
show, like ever in my life, I've never seen anybody close to that shredded. But I think he probably lost about 10 pounds of muscle trying to get there.
Yeah, you don't think it was just flatness, eh? You think he's overdieted? Yeah,
He's definitely overdieted. So I think even if James, remember when you did the Olympia last year and you overdieted and you didn't want to do a show right after because you felt like you needed some
You couldn't
time?
get it back.
Yeah. And I think so. James said to me last year, well, I was going to tell Paul a story, but since Paul's leaving to take a piss, I guess I can't.
Cheers, Paul.
That was really rude.
He didn't even say anything. He just left.
Love the intrigue.
I'll tell Justin. Anyway,
Tell
James overdieted and lost some tissue.
Yeah.
And there was a show. What show was it right after the Olympia?
Legion. I could have done Legion.
Yeah, I was hoping James would do Legion because he would get his qualification for this year and get it out of the way. But James said, I lost too much tissue over dieting and I need some time to get it back before I get on stage again.
Yeah.
And I guess the point
I remember those conversations taking place.
I guess the point I'm trying to make is I feel like that's where Roman is. I feel like if you lose 10
Problem
pounds,
is, I think Roman is still driving himself into a hole right now. with his
well,
training.
I'm hoping
He will. Yeah, he won't ease off.
No, but I'm hoping because he's with Ben will make him slow down.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because, you know,
Roman, if you hear this, one training session a day, 5 days a week tops, and back off the cardio, you're peeled already, and increase your food and just chill the fuck out. As a friend, you've done the work.
Yeah.
Relax a bit, bro.
I think
Telling you.
Like eight sets total for a session.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Roman can't do that. Roman does 8 sets for one exercise.
I know, but he needs to back it off.
Yeah. I wish, you know, Roman, I think so. Roman's a little bit more from my era. And all along, I could remember people telling him, just take it easy, just back off a bit, just do less training, eat more food. And I think he just loves to work out so much. He just can't.
Well, yeah. the night of the show, we're all out at dinner and he's training chest.
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing you can do about it.
Bro, listen, about eating food. This weekend, I had a whole evening blowout. It's brilliant.
Did you?
What? Who took your coach? Just told you? Are you working with Patrick again?
I'm making my own decisions most of the time at the minute, if I'm honest.
So you just decided I'm taking the night off.
Yeah, I just I had a high day and then got after training, went out for dinner, fucking boxed off like probably 4,000, 5,000 calories. Went to Tesco. went to Tesco, bought Ben & Jerry's, couple of chocolate bars. Fucking smashed them, mate.
See,
went to bed with a sore stomach.
Now that's bodybuilding.
That's bodybuilding. That's James.
I'm not being funny. I'm fucking like I'm 270 something fucking pound. Like you can't feed me like pigeon food. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, I just told the story. We were sitting at dinner at the Cheesecake Factory when I was working with Chris Aceto. He would tell me on the weekends, "Okay, go have a burger and 2 fries." Right, that was my cheat meal on when I was dieting. So I go and have a burger.
You had 4.
No. I went and I had the burger and 2 fries. Right, so. The next day I would train, he would call me or message me and be like, how was your training session? I'm like, it was all right. Like pump was decent. Like, what's your weight? Weight didn't really change. He's like, okay. Next week, same thing. Do a burger, 2 fries. So I do it. Nothing changes. I'm like, okay, fuck. So the third week, he's like, have a burger, 2 fries. So I fucking have a burger, 2 fries, and like 5,000 other calories. I wake up the next day. I look bigger. My training session's fucking insane. And my weight didn't go up too much. So I tell him, and he's like, okay, do that every week. So it's like you said, like sometimes when you weigh 270 fucking pounds, you can't, a burger and 2 fries not doing anything, man. Like you need to get the calories in.
Mate, I've been monitoring my body weight every week. I'm 2 pounds down from the previous week. So every time I get 2 pounds down, I either eat more normal food or now, because I've got to like 7 weeks out from the thing, I'm putting some shit food in. Fuck
You're
it.
7 weeks out.
I'm 7 from the Arnold, yeah.
Yeah. See, I think I had a cheat meal in a week every week until about 8 weeks out. And with Matt, it was like, no, he told me just no rules. Go have a dinner with your wife, dessert, whatever. So I was going ape shit every Saturday for.
My body goes quicker the closer I get to a show. So I have to that's when I have to eat more.
And I was, I was fucking peeled.
Do you guys think that blows out the waist at all?
What's going on?
See what happens, Paul? I'm going to talk to you, Paul. I'm going to talk to you for a second only. Just me and you are going to have a conversation.
Okay.
So this was me talking to them. We've been doing this podcast for like 2 years.
Yeah.
For 2 fucking years, I've been saying, go out and eat like a fucking asshole when you're dieting because your body needs it. Like once a week or whenever your coach lets you, whatever. And all along, these fucking cunts have been telling me that I'm wrong and I'm a fat pig and I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm old school. I don't know. And now the same motherfuckers are like, oh, you know what? It works when you eat food. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
really?
You have to get relatively lean first. Though.
I never told you that.
Like, you have to get your body. Your body has to be in a certain
You're onto
place.
something.
I know, right, Paul? Hey,
yeah.
Oh, you know what? Those 20 years of bodybuilding really taught you something. Yeah.
I know something.
For me, I will say this: it's like the meals only start coming in though once I start getting to a certain metabolic kind of rate.
Of course, James.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, you have it's like you said, you're down 2 pounds every week, right? So you're seeing that net loss every week, and that's the most important part. And yes, your metabolism has to be moving at a certain speed before you can start like throwing in a little bit of like heavier foods, right?
Junk.
Yeah, I guess
junk. Love it. I sent you a picture just now, Fouad, on the WhatsApp.
Did you?
Of just just one of my servings.
I'm so proud of you, James. Oh my God. Look at this fat motherfucker. I love this. Like, okay. Wait, it's got
it's blurry.
I know. 1 second. Come on, motherfucker. There we go.
Yeah.
Look at that table.
Oh my God. Is that on your food, James?
That was that's fucking. But me and Jordan boxed the whole off.
What the fuck are you? What am I looking at?
It's like
nachos, onion rings, burgers. Chips.
That's awesome. That reminds me of our younger days, Fouad.
Yeah, that's how you fucking do it.
And I remember today, I kid you not, today I feel fucking flat as a pancake already. It's 2 days later.
Let me see.
Really?
What do you mean? I do trust.
I remember. Fouad used to be able to put down some food back in the day.
Oh, he still can.
Yeah, not like before though. It was unbelievable before.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I want to go to eat with James now. Now he's got me all pumped. Okay.
I hit up McDonald's last night, Fouad. You'd be proud.
Did you? I am proud.
I came home after that trip and I was down in weight. And I felt
calories.
like I went training.
That was me, Ford. I just sent you a picture of just that. This was like the morning. This was like day after.
God damn, James. What is this? How much is it? How much do you weigh there?
That's probably about 276.
Fuck. Full.
But still, look, that's after training back. That's after training back. So it's not really
good.
Fuck, man.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah. When you got that much muscle, you can get away with it.
Yep. It's funny. Some guy fucking shit on me because like all you think about is food. I thought you were about hard training, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Our training equals food.
You can still train hard. And
Nobody
eat a lot of
said
food.
it doesn't mean that you're. I'm like, wait 1 second. When did I say don't diet hard? When did I say cheat on your diet? When did I say don't train hard? I didn't say any of that. I said when you get a cheat, fucking enjoy yourself. Like your body if you train hard enough, your body needs it. And
I got a lecture on my Instagram from somebody about drinking.
Oh God, you drink? Drink like
they're
three
like,
times
hey
a
man, Fouad's retired. You can't do that stuff. You got a long career ahead of you, dude. You don't need to be going down that path, brother.
Man, I drank more when I was competing.
Yeah, in the early years, yeah.
Right now, honestly,
this whole year I've drank twice. It was like the Arnold, and then last weekend.
And they're both my fault. I apologize.
They're both your fault.
They're both Fouad's fault. Yeah.
Well, you know, Sasan. When Sasan was prepping, he used to have a glass of whiskey most nights.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Early in my career, when I'm doing the amateurs, I would drink dry red wine on the weekends.
Yeah,
because it was 0 calories. I would drink like 3 or 4 glasses, get a buzz.
Yeah.
Go.
Paul, this was Sasan Harati or something, right?
Sorry.
No, Sasan.
Wasn't he known for that?
Oh,
Sasan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, Sasan was the one that used to drink. He'd have like a whiskey most evenings and just chill out.
For people who don't know Sasan, I'm going to show you an absolutely beautiful physique.
Yeah,
crazy.
Did he win New York a few years ago, or come close to winning it?
Well,
he won.
He didn't win, but everyone said he should have.
It was the year that Sergio won, right?
I want to find
it. Yeah, Sergio's like Sash should have won.
Look
really?
Look at this.
Yeah, that's it right there. Fuck.
This doesn't do it justice. There's better ones.
Yeah, it doesn't, but it still looks fucking not that crazy.
Look at that physique, man. It's fucking perfect. It reminds me of Lou's physique. Lou Joseph.
Yeah, you're right, Fouad.
Yeah. But then again, maybe it's they're both bald. They're both bald and they're brown.
In Arabic.
Yeah.
His legs are just
he's very like
clean it is.
Yeah, it's very complete. Like literally not missing anything.
Very good.
And he's an older guy too, isn't he?
Look at this, Paul. This is literally
he's getting there now.
This is exactly what Lou's physique would look like if he.
I would think that is Lou if you didn't tell me.
Yeah, it looks.
Look
like
at the hamstring.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking hamstring.
Yeah.
James, we had a friend. The first guy that ever got me into bodybuilding looked just like this.
Yeah,
and he quit bodybuilding to become a real estate agent. But this was literally, this is exactly what like Paul just said. If you didn't tell me this was Sass, I'd think it was Lou from back in the day.
Lou had better genetics than anyone I've ever personally known.
Yeah. Yeah. He was one of those guys. Look at that. That is Lou, man.
Yeah, you think that's Louis. Yeah.
Lou Joseph he was 19 years old, James. He was like a Sean Ray or like a Lee Priest. He was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And he literally could have stepped on a pro stage. He was just one of those guys. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of that podcast with Lee Priest and looking at those pictures of him at like 12 and 17.
It makes you fucking die, doesn't it? You're like, why?
Fucking insane. And then he goes, yeah that's me on a bit of dicker. You're like,
do your Mexican.
No, I'm not gonna do my
Mexican. Come on.
I want to hear this.
I haven't heard it, so I'd like to.
Oh, come on. Do a Mexican. Tell me about the McDonald's you had last night in Mexico.
No Mexicans. Wait, what?
Tell me about the McDonald's you had last night in Mexican.
No, it doesn't work like that. I'm not a dog. I don't do tricks.
Come on, just do it for James. James, I never heard
give you a
before.
treat.
I really want to hear it now.
All right. So we haven't picked.
Maybe if there's an opportunity to be racist, I'll slide it in there.
All right.
we'll get that done.
I'm gonna pick. Fuck. Paul, do you have a fifth place?
Yeah, I do. I got Martin.
Martin. I'm going to go with Mackie.
I think it's gonna be close for those between those two.
I do too.
These are pretty good.
This could be a good show.
James and Justin have Andrew winning, and me and Paul have Kukla winning. But I don't know how confident I am with my pick, because
I'm confident.
Paul literally just saw Andrew for the first time today, so I don't know how much how educated his guess is.
Steve's, I mean, you look at his track record, what he's done. He always comes in shape. I know people, I know that maybe his back could be a bit better, but I don't know. Steve's a good bodybuilder. I don't see.
It's just a detail thing with Steve. That's all. Like
I don't know if I see Andrew all the way down in fourth though, Paul, because if he's on stage at like 280, he's like 6'2".
Yeah, but those other guys are proven to me. He's not proven yet. He's got to prove it to me.
Yeah, I don't know. That might make you look silly.
It might. It might.
Only because Akeem just beat Kamal and they went with muscle. And I think Andrew's going to be far more muscled than Kamal.
Can I say something about Andrew as well? I remember when we were on the podcast last time, I know we were saying about his arms not being big, or someone was.
Well,
his arms are fucking huge.
I didn't say his arms are big. I think I don't know. I think it was Ben, but I think it's because his shoulders.
Ben
are so
said
big.
his arms are fucking.
No. His arms do look smaller from the side. I'll show you.
Does he get detailed in the lower body? Do his quads get separated?
Yeah, pretty deep, pretty detailed.
Yeah.
Enough to stand next to anyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, watch. Let me see if I can. So this is, I think, what I think it was Ben. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
Ben, it was you.
This is what I think he's talking about. When you look at this, his arms look small compared to the shoulder.
I feel like that's because the side chest is taken from slightly in front, though, not from the side.
It's 10 days out. I just look at like his obliques in that quarter turn and his glute in that quarter turn and the side shot. I just
once fucking
James, his arms
the
don't
guru.
his arms don't look big to me here. Like that's not a thick tricep for a guy that size.
You need to see him in the flesh, bro.
Well, listen, I'm only saying in comparison to his shoulders. I'm not saying his arms are small. I'm saying like
it's because he's got such a big frame.
Yeah. Could be a whole bunch of different reasons why the illusion looks small. I'm not saying his arms are actually small, but this is not like James. Look at the elbow, right? Look at where it heads, and then it's straight all the way out. There's no
but I'll say it's because I've seen his elbows are like my head. So like he's a massive. What I suppose
that looks like a
person.
That's a good arm shot there, right? It looks like you can see some of the size there.
I think we're going to just see how big a person he is coming this weekend, especially next to Steve, because Steve's big as well.
Yeah,
like this shot too, James. Like it's not that his arms are small, but in comparison to how big his shoulders are, right?
Like I see the biceps look huge, but the triceps, I can see what you're saying for that. They just don't sweep as well.
You don't see that, James?
I do, but I also know that when muscles moving, when someone's posing and moving, you'll get glimpses of different angles and it will show more.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you've seen him in person. I'm only going by these photos.
Yeah.
How many times have you guys done a check-in picture from a slightly different angle and it looks wank? You're like, oh my God, my arms have disappeared.
Whenever I hit my front double in the spot that I hit my check-ins, my arms always look tiny.
Yeah, like that. They go like wafers. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? But then I step like out this way to the light, position my camera like this. My arms look huge.
I mean, your arms could be a little bigger.
They could, yeah. I'm not that's joking. They could be, but
look at these fucking noodles. They're like shrank to like 18 inches. Fucking shit.
My ratio is the biggest.
Work their whole life and don't even get 18 inches.
Yeah, right
here. Okay, so we got our top five.
I'm a bit worried about my number one pick.
You picked Andrew. Oh, you don't think his conditioning is going to be there?
Conditioning,
he should be harder right now. Like those pictures were 10 days out. He should be harder.
Is this his first time working with George, or have they worked together in his previous shows?
He won his pro card with George.
Okay, so George must know his body pretty good then.
Well, I've seen Andrew turn things around pretty quick, so I'm not going to pull faith here.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what do you think about his showing at the Arnold Amateur, James?
Oh, he was over. It was weird because he was like looking a bit soft, but he was over dieted.
You really think?
Guys.
Yeah, he weren't as big as he could have been.
Can we take a minute to look at this?
Is this Steve right now?
This is 281, 2.5 weeks out. This was a week and a half ago. Look
That's
how
my
fucking.
word.
I mean, this could be filtered, but this is fucking crazy.
He's always
There's
conditioned.
obviously something going on there with the video, but
Like, I don't care how much.
Nothing that's gonna put deep cuts in your glutes.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if he shows up like this at 281,
Yeah.
he's gonna
Lights
beat
out.
Andrew.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I agree.
Shit. I have him in second.
I don't know yet. I still think that Steve can either come in looking. I don't know. I just think when he turns around, the posterior chain just doesn't have enough three-dimensional muscle to stand next to some other people. So for me, it's just whether that three-dimensionalness is there or not.
That's so tough.
I'm not changing it. Fuck that. I've got balls. You lot are just getting scared.
I already listen. I'm not getting scared. I already picked Kuklo for first.
Yeah, Kukla.
For me, it's
Kuklo's
hands
going to
down
be one
Steve.
of the leanest people up there for sure. It's just now comes down to.
But I think
Again.
we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see the old Kuklo though, the one.
That looks a lot
Yeah.
better than what we see in the Arnold. Just
Yeah.
He's gonna be
big
fuller
fucking
because
blasting full.
I know he didn't like the way he looked last year when he took second to Iain, because they told him they wanted him more shredded, so he came in smaller and more shredded. And I think what we're gonna see is a bigger, fuller Steve Kuklo,
Yeah.
and I think that's gonna be hard to beat.
In my opinion, it's a battle for second.
I think you should change your pick, James. You're gonna be disappointed.
Stand by it. People
I
love
love bodybuilding. It's
Love
gonna
a
be so
new,
exciting.
I do too. It's exciting, eh? Especially with a new guy
love a
like
new
Andrew
face to
too.
come along and stir shit up.
For sure.
It's
Is there a
fucking
live
great.
podcast or a live feed for this?
There must be, yeah. I think Freddie's putting on the show,
Oh yeah,
and he does a really good job promoting. So there must be a live feed.
I gotta watch this show. I'm excited for it.
You know, I gotta say something, and I'm sure this is gonna rub people the wrong way, but I really don't like when people post videos after the show, like after the prejudging's done, on all these various pages, because it just keeps people from buying the pay-per-view. Like, I know I'm probably speaking as a promoter right now, but honestly, I know a lot of people are fans of these bodybuilders, and a lot of people that are fans of the bodybuilders, like, yeah, bodybuilders should get paid more. I'm like, bodybuilders can only get paid more if more people contribute to stuff like the pay-per-view.
So,
but I know,
so you're talking about like bodybuilders that borders posting like the live stream video.
yeah, listen, I love okay.
Well,
I'm torn in saying this because I love the Bodybuilders Without Borders page.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm just
I'm just saying, I think it's cool if they post some photos from the show.
Sure.
But I think when they post the whole video of like the call out,
yeah,
it really takes away from the pay-per-view.
Yep.
They shouldn't be doing that anyway.
I know,
because
but they do. I know they're not allowed to, but they do.
I mean,
You're right.
There should be a legality issue there.
So
Right.
And I'm sure I'm speaking kind of on both sides of my mouth here, but I feel like if all the fans of bodybuilding want bodybuilders to get paid more money, that money has to come from somewhere. And one of the things I said is sponsors should contribute more by sponsoring expos, but in the same vein, fans could contribute more by buying the pay-per-view. So if there's more money in the sport, then bodybuilders can get paid more. And I know people don't, it's, hard times for a lot of people. They don't want to spend $35 or $50, whatever it is, on a pay-per-view, but it's the only way you're ever going to see any extra money for bodybuilders to get paid a little bit more prize money.
The production value of these pay-per-views aren't very good.
I don't know if that's
usually
true.
Well, you usually get one camera on a tripod that's far back. That is always a bit.
Oh, you mean like the production value? I thought you meant like the connection, like he goes in and out.
No. I just like.
But if they increase them,
you buy the pay-per-view for a UFC fight. I mean, you get your money's worth.
Okay, but wait a minute. So the same people though will wait and watch it on one of these various Instagram pages. And all I'm saying is, if you're that interested that you want to see the video, just pay for the pay-per-view. That way the sport can keep growing. Right.
Well, Fouad, like even just from our experience, like if not enough people the pay-per-views, if you don't get enough subscribers, you're kind of losing money on it. Yeah. So then you got to hire an extra camera person to do a dynamic, shot too, rather than just a still shot. So, I mean, if there's more money in the pay-per-views, if you can sell it better, then I'm sure promoters will put more money into the production of it. But we got to get.
You know how we can make this happen for everybody, so everybody's happy? I think when we were having this, and I know, sorry, we've gone off topic here a little bit, but when we were having the discussion about where more money could come from in the sport, one of the things I said was, if more people were buying the pay-per-view, the promoter could give the athletes a percentage, because that's a direct result, right? Like people are paying to watch the bodybuilders should get a piece on top of their prize money, right? Maybe not all the bodybuilders, but maybe the top 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, why don't they do that? Why doesn't, I mean, if we had a pro show, we could do something like that. We could say like, look, for anybody who buys a pay-per-view, there's going to be X percentage, whether it be 5%, 10%, whatever.
Right.
It's going to go spread out amongst the top 5 as in addition to their prize money.
Like a commission kind of.
Because I think if more guys would be promoting the live stream on their platforms.
That's right. So then
most people are always asking, where do they get the live stream?
That's right. So then what would happen is more bodybuilders would promote it, but also number 2, I think more people would feel good about buying the pay-per-view. More people would be like, yeah, you know what? I'll put my $25 in or my $30 in because I know it's going to go towards the guys that I am a fan of.
Yeah.
It's a weird one because it's like understanding tech to a certain degree. You could put together a pretty high quality stream with low costs. So you could actually charge less for the pay-per-view. But then what you would need is you need that exclusivity to the pay-per-view, like we say, only the pay-per-view, because then you would actually profit well because you could charge a little bit less so people would be more inclined to pay for the pay-per-view.
Yes. Also,
the overheads of the pay-per-view would be very low. But as long as you have that exclusivity in place and people actually adhere to it, then it would be very beneficial to everybody, because to set up a cam with a dummy battery in it, so it's all day charged with a HD stream, and a portal that you pay for to enter and to have a live chat, literally costs no money. And as long as you've got someone coming by every now and then to check that it's still filming, you're good. But like say, it doesn't mean shit if people can access that footage and clip it and send it around, because then it's not worth it for fuck. But imagine like you had that and then you only had to charge, you could charge probably $15 a fucking stream if you had that, and it'd profit well.
Like how many people would say no to paying $25? I know. Listen, I know times are tough and $25 is not easy for everybody to come by, but is $25 really that much to ask for an all day pass?
I don't think so.
That's what I mean. Just have it rolling all day. Have it rolling all day from the start of the show to the end of the show. Just make sure you get a very good. You just have to make sure that you set the camera up fucking good, so it's in a position that has a good look on the stage.
But put it right behind the judges' table or something.
But I think this is part of the problem. I think, and this is definitely not correct in every scenario, but I think the general bodybuilding community's thought is that promoters are making tons and tons of money, and that I don't want to fucking give them any more for pay-per-view. They already make enough money. I think that's kind of a sense I get in the general community of bodybuilding. But I think if
people are just fucking tight.
But I think if a promoter came out and said publicly, hey, you know what? Percentage of this pay-per-view is going to be spread amongst the top 5 or however they want to do it. I think more people would be inclined to contribute to their favorite bodybuilder or bodybuilder in general.
To give back to the bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I think people would support it.
Yeah.
Huh.
But again, I think the quality and bang for your buck should be considered on their end. Yeah. Because like when I've paid $50 for a live stream that just had a blurry tripod footage from way back here, and I'm
it needs to be high quality.
Maybe I'm not really picky, but I don't know if I really mind most of the live streams I've seen. I'm not very picky as a viewer. As long as I can see what's going on and it's not cutting out, I'm generally okay with it.
But you know what? There's no excuse that you can't have a 1080p stream because that's low. You don't need 4K because no one's got 4K fucking monitors anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't know what the ins and outs of all this is, but maybe you can get a guy with a camera backstage. I can go backstage and interview some people.
I did that at the Arnold.
I really don't feel like that would be too off for a live stream.
I did that at the Arnold. It was, I mean, their studio budget, their studio production budget is far greater than anywhere else. But
sure.
But
I've judged shows with live streams where they have a pretty good setup where they put a still camera right in front of the judges' table, and it's got a full view of the stage, and it runs the entire show on a continuous feed. You don't get to see. Yeah, I mean, you don't get anybody speaking over or anything like that. You just hear the actual sounds of the theater, or whatever. But it's a good view at least.
But most people don't like those side angles anyway. People generally want to see what the judges are seeing.
I mean, ideally, you'd want to have another camera too for, you know, close-ups and stuff like that if you could. But then you have to have another tech that's going to be there all day long too, operating the camera. You know, I mean, a little extra cost for sure.
Listen,
I mean, you could definitely make it work though.
It's very simple. If you're the kind of show that has one camera and just facing the stage, then you charge $15.
Yeah, right.
If
you want it more elaborate.
Yeah. If you're the kind of show that has an extra guy walking around doing close-ups or a third guy in the back doing interviews, then you do $30 or $45.
Fair enough. Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's their job as a promoter to promote it as a better experience.
We're going to have better production. We're going to have interviews backstage. We're going to have, you know,
and
if the bodybuilders are getting a cut, they're going to also advertise that. They're going to be like, hey, yeah, we're going to be backstage doing interviews. Make sure you buy the pay-per-view. Like,
what I like most about your idea about the bodybuilders getting a cut is some bodybuilders live in other, you know, they have family all over the world, and their family would know about these live streams if they were able to post it on their Instagram. You know, use my discount code for my, you know, for my show this weekend to view it. Yeah. I'll bet you'd get a lot more people watching that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I had tons of people DMing me this weekend just because they knew I was going to the show. They're asking me where they could get the live stream. I don't know about you, Fred,
because it's not well advertised.
I get those
people just don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think that's because that's one of the reasons Bodybuilders Without Borders and these types of pages are so important, is because I don't think we have a central page where people can go, you know, like people go to ESPN for their news.
Right.
Like there's no one bodybuilding page where people can go and get all the information they need.
Yeah.
Usually if it's a live feed link, it comes from the promoter's page. So you got to know who the promoter is so you can go there and see the link. And it's the other reason, like, why it would be good if the athletes were a part of it, because then they'd be sharing that link all over the place.
Yeah. Most people don't know about Tim Gardner Productions.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, let's do one question, then we'll go. Mustard or ketchup?
On what?
That's very situational.
Yeah.
Sure. No.
Just in general?
No.
Listen, if I'm eating some corned beef in a roll.
When James is dismissive, he's like, he makes his face. It's like, fuck you.
Come on, it's true though, because like mustard has its own. There's moments that mustard are.
We'll say I don't want ketchup on my chicken and rice. I would rather do mustard.
Okay,
but I don't want. But I don't want mustard.
I'm gonna give you some.
I don't want mustard on my eggs.
Oh,
it'd be fucking weird, terrible.
Let's say there's no situation given. Somebody says to you, James, you have to pick one today. Which one are you gonna pick?
For the rest of your life.
Rest of your life.
It's got to be ketchup.
Got to be ketchup. Yeah.
Of course. See, now you're talking. Nobody's gonna pick mustard. Because mustard's good on nothing. It's like good on chicken.
Mustard's not good on nothing, mate. It's good on a lot.
And
it's good on a few things.
Chicken and hot dogs. That's it.
Oh, hot dogs
and burgers.
Hamburgers.
And a Subway sandwich.
Why did you laugh at my hot dog analogy?
I'm just fucking thinking about you eating hot dogs.
Oh, hot dogs are the best.
I nearly had a hot dog. I nearly had a hot dog on the weekend because they were selling hot dogs.
Nearly.
You're picturing me fucking shoving a hot dog. You're fucking
with a bun or without a bun.
Yeah. No injustice without a bun.
Yeah.
I've had 2 hot dogs this whole year. No, I've had hot dogs on 2 occasions this whole year. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm having hot dogs.
Stopped at 1. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna have hot dogs on my next meal off.
Really? Why?
I'll take pictures for you because I'll just feel like hot dogs.
Right? I get cravings for them too.
Hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. That's the combo.
Wait, separately or together?
Like wieners in the mac and cheese?
Well, you can do wieners in them or just like hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. I don't know. It works either way. But the wieners in them is the way to go.
I like a hot dog in a bun with ketchup and mustard and relish.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
A big
I like my hot dog. I like my hot dog Norwegian way, which is wrapped in a potato wrap with crispy onion, ketchup, and mustard.
Oh, sounds so high maintenance, James.
It sounds like a gourmet.
No. It's easy because a wrap you can't drop. Like it's like the
He likes his hot dogs like this.
It's like foreskin.
A good grip.
James is like, it's like a wrap. You can't drop it.
You just peel back the tip a little bit.
Exactly. You just got to pull back the hood.
Yeah.
Nibble the end off.
You guys are fucked right up, man. If you were coming up in today's era of bodybuilding, would you? Oh, that's for me. Forget it. Yeah. Would you rather have to speak in a rhyme for the rest of your life or speak in riddles for the rest of your life?
I rhyme all the time.
I wish I could rhyme.
It's not bad. Sometimes
I'd rather do rhyme because you could then make a career out of it. You probably make some money.
You're a rapper.
Exactly. People get paid for that, Fouad.
Yeah.
What? Speaking in rhymes?
Yeah.
If you have a twin in bodybuilding, does that also mean they have the same physique or genetics? What? I don't know, dude. There's not really any great ones here. I'm just gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see. Would you rather be able to eat anything you want and to equal your ideal daily nutritional value, or only need 1 hour of sleep per day to be fully rested?
I'll know to eat whatever you want. Fuck the sleep. Eat, man. I want to eat what I want and get the nutritional values I need.
So eat whatever you want and meet your nutritional requirements.
Yeah.
Or have to be able to only need to sleep for an hour. Fuck that.
I like sleeping.
I'll take the sleep.
You'll take the sleep for an hour?
No,
Yeah, because sometimes I got sleep problems. So for me, it would fit.
Yeah, but imagine sleep problems. Imagine sleep problems, but you can eat all night and it doesn't hurt your nutritional values and needs.
You wouldn't have sleep problems.
Well, yeah, but look at Paul. Paul's peeled, eating cookies. He's fine.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
You eat
sleep
cookies
problems.
into the night.
I do that already.
He does.
But it would be nice to just take an hour nap and feel great every day.
He is
I feel
right.
like
I mean, the fucking production.
Because
level.
sometimes I feel I'll sleep like 8 hours and still not feel rested.
Yeah.
Because my sleep is
Sometimes
shit.
You using your sleep
sometimes-
apple, man? No.
Tell him old man. He's fucking 5-10 years older than I am.
Not 10 years older than you. I'm like,
I meant it as like a father figure thing. You're my old man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I've tried so many times. I just gave up.
Really?
On it. Yeah.
me too.
I've decided I'm going to reduce my blood pressure just by losing weight and running.
to be fair, I gave up on my CPAP as well.
Did you?
Dude, it's so hard, man.
Yeah, I've been fighting the good fight, dude.
Yeah. Are you good with now? You're used to it?
I mean, I know I struggle with it, but I noticed that nights that I fall asleep with it on and I don't wake up fucking with it and fidgeting and ripping it off my face. If I get through the night, I feel fucking amazing.
But
You
that's
do,
my
eh?
problem, Justin, is every time I can fall asleep with it on, no problem. I actually like falling asleep with it on. But every time I get up to piss, I just don't put it back on.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because I get up to piss every night, like 2 or 3 hours or 4 hours after I fall asleep.
Yeah,
For sure.
honestly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, boys. I'll wrap it up there.
We did a lot of
Yep.
bodybuilding talk today.
I like
Yeah.
bodybuilding talk. Sometimes
it's
I think we get away from it too much.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We
talk
divert.
a lot about like ass fucking and shit.
Yeah,
And
racism.
No, that was a very thorough analysis of the upcoming pro show.
Are we all sticking with our top fives?
Yeah.
I
It's
am.
gonna be
I
good
ain't
to
giving
talk
up.
about this after the show.
I
It's gonna be
believe
cool
the
to talk about
alien-
this.
I believe the alien that is Andrew Jack is going to come in and do some alien things.
I want to
let's-
see it.
let's
Hey,
get
Paul,
together
Paul,
on
What about our bet? Who won that?
oh, I gotta look.
From last week.
Yeah, because Ian tried saying he won because Eddie was in sixth, and he had Eddie in fifth. Are we count? Does that count, or does anything after top five doesn't mean shit?
Ian had Akeem, Kamal, Quinton. Nick had Akeem, Kamal, Quinton. Justin had Akeem, Kamal, Quinton.
And I had Phil and
Now, third place,
Roman.
you had Phil and Roman, or sorry, fourth and fifth, you had Phil and Roman. Ian had Phil and Roman. Nick had Phil and Tim. So Nick is out. You and Ian got to split $125.
Is that how that goes.
So
Yes.
e-transfer
Phil was in the
$60.
top five?
Huh?
Phil was fifth, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I'm saying you and Ian are both wrong in the same way. So you got the same amount of points.
So you get $60 each.
No, 125.
Oh, they got to split 125.
No, they split 250.
Oh, okay. That's
Split
not a bad payday.
No, we split. You have to pay 250.
Yeah,
and
you
Nick
guys
needs to
split
pay
it.
250. No, what about Nick?
So that's 250 each.
Yeah, I guess Nick would have to pay that too, right?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, because it was all the other losers. So
Yeah.
you and Ian tied.
If we're doing like points for
Yeah.
Yeah,
You and Ian tied, and that means me and Nick lost.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys, you got to both give him 250
cough it up.
You want to double or nothing?
this weekend.
we need Nick and Ian on it.
No,
Why don't we let
Nick is going to pay Ian his 250. I'm going to pay you your 250, and it's going to be done. So let's
What's the
double or
new
nothing.
bet then?
So if I lose this one,
You get
I'll owe
zero.
you 500.
No, you
Oh,
get
double or
zero.
nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
double.
okay.
I'll just take the money.
But if I beat you,
Yeah, take the money.
If you beat me, I owe you $500.
Take the money.
Don't be allured.
no, I want to soak you for 500. Dude.
I'm going to pay you $50 for 10 months.
You would. What was your top five again? Let's hear it.
Kuklo, Andrew, Quint, Kamal, Mackey. So me and you are exactly the same, except we flip first and second place.
You got Kamal in
Fucking,
fourth.
I actually want it. I kind of.
Oh no! You picked Kamal in third. I picked Quint in third. That's a tough one. If we're betting, I might have to change that.
It's tough because I actually kind of, if we're betting, I might want to put Kukla first. then we'd have the same top five.
Yeah,
Nah, fuck
right.
it. You owe me 250, sucker. Pay off.
All right, $50 a month for 5 months. We'll be even.
Okay, I don't care how it goes down.
All right, boys.
All right.
Good to see you all.
See you
Okay,
guys.
see you
Two
guys.
guys.
We'll talk
So
again.
we'll
soon.
catch you next time.
Okay, boys. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.